For all the latest on that, I'm now joined by Clementine, Logan, live from the capital, Antananarivo. Clem, SADC has given the elections a clean bill of health, saying they were free and fair. Is this view shared by the Malagasy people? And even more importantly, what does this mean for Madagascar's future?
Well, Penina, I think opinion is quite divided here. Some people I've spoken to say that these elections were dictated by outsiders somewhat prematurely and that they were flawed from the start, because essentially what we're seeing is two camps leading this first round who essentially represent the former and current powers of Madagascar. On one side, we have Dr. Jean-Louis Robinson, the official candidate of ousted President Marc Ravalomanana, and on the other, who appears to have the backing of transitional leader Andry Rajoelina, is Eri Rajao Naramampianina, a former finance minister. So some feel that this election won't deliver the change that they need, but rather proxy candidates for those who've already been in the political system for some time now. For others, this is the only way out of a crisis that's brought the country to its knees economically and socially. It has one of the highest poverty levels in the world. And so for these people whose lives have become desperate, this is a chance for a fresh start. Now, as you said there, a lot's hinging on this election for Madagascar's future. It must be deemed credible and transparent if Madagascar is to regain the confidence of the international and donor community, which it needs to get back on its feet. So far, international observers have said that it's been credible, transparent, free and fair, so pretty positive reports from them. They have said there's room for improvement in that second round in terms of voter registration, education and security. And I think we can now take a listen to what the heads of the EU and SADC observer missions had to say earlier on today.
Presidential election in Madagascar were peaceful, free, fair and transparent, and reflect the will of the people of Madagascar. The SADC Electoral Observer Mission would like to urge all presidential candidates, political leaders, and all stakeholders to respect the will of the people of Madagascar. As you are preparing for the next elections on the 20th December, SADC is expecting the same to happen, and we are waiting for the day when we welcome Madagascar back into the wider family of SADC.
We found the procedures to be transparent, and we salute the work of the Independent National Election Commission. In spite of a difficult context and the delaying of this election, the authorities will need to pursue the distribution of electoral cards, which were not delivered in the first round in accordance with the requirements of the law.
So, Clem, the Electoral Commission has so far released provisional results for less than 10% of the polling stations. When do we expect the final tally?
Well, Penina, that's right. The Independent National Election Commission has so far processed votes from around 1,500 of those 20,001 polling stations across the country. So, as you said, less than 10% there. But from the votes that have come in so far, we can see that Dr. Jean-Louis Robinson is still leading this first round with around 30%. Coming in second behind him is Eri Rajao Naramampianina with around 15%. And analysts say that these positions are unlikely to change. But again, the Senate, which is the election commission here, has just over a week to announce that provisional result, and that's when we'll get a clear picture of who's heading to that second round in December. Penina.
All right, Clem, let's leave it there for now. Thanks very much for those insights. Clementine, Logan, live there for us from Antananarivo.